welcome into another edition of The Session with Londa and David. My name is David Austin.
I'm Londa Sherwood Austin. Welcome back.
I sure am excited about today's show.
Whoop, whoop.
And it's not just because you look smoking hot in this burgundy top, which is my favorite color, and it matches so beautifully with your hair and your eyes and your lip color. But it's because I have some stuff to talk about today, and I'm pumped about it.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited too.
How do you know what I have to talk about today? Have you
we
been reading my mind?
No, we did like a preview.
Okay, we talked a little bit about
over the first cup of coffee.
Yes, we did. And if you've ever wondered what it's like to sit in our living room and be in on one of our conversations, this is one of them. The Session with Londa and David is a business podcast focused mainly on the three things we're most interested in, and they are restaurants, real estate, and retail sales. Well, today's a huge curveball.
Oh, I think we're still
to the left.
No, I don't think so. I strongly disagree. We're going to talk about all of those things.
We are going to talk about all of those things.
We have a lot to pack in, though.
But I want to talk about a field trip that I took yesterday.
David went to the Tillamook Cheese Factory.
That's exactly right. I did, and I took the tour, and I learned exactly how they make the cheese curds. And I got to tell you, magic. No, that's not the field trip I went on. I went to see a buddy of mine who I've known for years and years and years at his family's farm. And they have wonderful produce here in the Pacific Northwest. The farm is called Blakely Farms, and it's named after my buddy Blake and his brother Kelby. Blakely is the name of the farm. And I got to see their watermelon facility, and I got to see their corn facility, and I got to see all the squash, and it was really, really cool. But one thing we talked about while we were there was super interesting to me, and that is drone irrigation. And what they were telling me is...
Drone irrigation or drone
fertilizer, yes. Drone crop dusting.
Yes.
Right? What I found out while I was at Blakely Farms is that a buddy of mine that I've known for at least 18 years, who was a commercial lender, is now no longer a commercial lender, and now he owns this huge drone business where he pilots drones and crop dusts farms all over the Pacific Northwest.
Because weren't you talking to another friend of yours, and you were like, oh, I got to go to this farm, and blah, 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 and they were like, oh, I know a guy who's a commercial.
Yes.
And then he went, and then you like put all these pieces of the puzzle together.
Yes. Yes. I was there talking to Blake and his dad about this guy who I didn't know. They never said who he was. They just said the name of his business. And I thought, wow, that's really cool. So I've looked heavily into drone crop dusting, and I got to tell you, Kirk Beckley's the name of my buddy, by the way. He used to be at Sterling Savings Bank years ago when I worked there. So I was a mortgage guy, and he was a commercial lender. Well, now he owns a super cool company, which is the future, I think, of farming. And it's so cool.
It is the current, like it's the present.
Well, yeah, but the upgrades to the system are fast and furious. Like every year there's a new model that does more and better and has better technology, just like cell phones, you know? Mm-hmm. So anyway, long story short, finding out that that's a thing had me thinking about embracing change and embracing technology, because an old farmer who's done it the old-fashioned way for years and years and years is far less efficient than someone who can set up a drone, have it fly 15 feet over the crops, and use GPS technology to precisely spray exactly what they need to spray and only what they need to spray.
This makes me think about Cherry View Farm.
Yes.
And the reason it makes me think about that, and if you're curious what's Cherry View Farm, well, it's 38906 North DeMoss Road in Benton City, Washington, is Cherry View Farm. And we currently have it listed for sale because the owners of it want to retire and move to Pennsylvania to be with family and whatnot. But they've done a spectacular job in the time that they've had it, bringing it from where it was up to some incredible standards.
Sure.
incredibly high standards.
Yes.
So high that they have contracts with Japan for their Rainier cherries, which is what they do there. And so I like to say they grow some of the best Rainier cherries in the world. Okay, but the reason I'm talking about this is like old style versus new style.
Sure.
So I keep talking about the orchard is planted in the old style of orcharding.
And I don't know
right?
what that means, but it means something to someone who knows about orcharding.
Yes.
Okay.
So the new style is you plant on a trellis.
Okay.
Each tree. And so your trees you get higher yield.
Because it's easier on the tree because the
space.
branches aren't holding all the weight and you're not.
Well, and you're just streamlining the process.
Okay.
You can put more trees on the same amount of property. You can streamline all of your processes for applying your fertilizer, your pest control, and for harvesting, right?
Sure, yes.
So it's just way more efficient. So I keep talking to people about, like, if you took this farm this orchard that's already producing really well and is very successful, and block by block over the next however many few years, I don't know, because I'm not an orchard person, but you replanted in the new style, right? You could have so much more yield on the same property.
I gotcha.
The same amount of space.
I gotcha.
So that's just one example of like modernizing the way things are going. You're talking about like another level of modernizing, which is this drone dusting.
Well, and let me tell you, Kirk Beckley's drones are super cool. They're like robot drones. And here's what I mean. They're not robots, right? But the controller, you can map out with the GPS coordinates, right? A parcel that you want to spray, say, for, I don't know. I don't know what the animals are, whatever it is that they're trying to get rid of at any farm. But let's just say you're planting rutabaga and you want to get rid of boll weevils. I don't know if those go together. I don't know at all.
Point being, you want just a specific area, not the whole thing.
Sure.
But this one specific area.
And there's zero, let me say that again, zero overspray because the technology is so cool. Right. You can tell it you want it to fan out exactly 20 feet from the center. Right. That's it, 20 feet. So if you fly the thing 10 feet in, you will go 10 feet out and 10 feet over.
I got you.
It's the coolest thing that I've ever seen. And I grew up around dairy farming, and I thought those automatic milk suckers that they used to plug on Uncle Jerry's cows to pump it into the house was the coolest thing ever. And then it was. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But a robot that on command can take off and spray a field. No more need for a crop duster. And way cheaper if you're a small farm because it's economies of scale, right?
I see.
These drones, I understand, are like the cost of a new car. Well, farms have new trucks. You know what I mean? So farm equipment that's the cost of a new car,
right?
That doesn't seem crazy to me.
So this makes me think about a local agritourism company or group or farm that we have here where we live called Middleton Farms.
Right.
Right. So Middleton Farms has, this reminds me of when they first started. The first thing they did, and if you're from here, you know them. Actually, if you're not from here, you might know them because, you know, they network with other agritourism companies and farms all over the country and go to conferences and stuff. But anyway, they started by, you know, I don't know if it was an AutoCAD program or what it was that drew out a corn maze.
Right.
And then they, you know, put it into the computer in the tractor that has GPS, and it cut out the corn maze. And and then they opened it up fall, Middleton Fall Corn Maze or whatever they called it. I don't remember the first year. But, I mean, it was just a corn maze. That's all it was. And it was like $5 a person to go or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but that's how they started because it used to be called Middleton Six Sons Farm.
Right.
So they have 6 sons. The 2 youngest are twins.
And Six Sons is still on the signage out there.
On some of the signs, yeah. The 2 youngest, the twins, when they went to college, they, I think, got each majored in both ag and business, right?
Mm-hmm,
so like they took the 2, started implementing some of these agritourism ideas, right? Well, today, and it has not been very long, maybe 8 or 10 years, maybe.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Today, you have Middleton Fall Festival that includes the corn maze, the pumpkin patch, these enormous slides that you can do, all kinds of activities. They launch pumpkins from like catapults. and
have you ever seen that happen in real life?
Yeah,
it's crazy.
They have fireworks during the night. They have a sunflower farm section. I don't know what to call it. I apologize, but so they've got the pumpkin patch, the maze, and the sunflower patch now in the fall, so you can take pictures in the sunflowers, or you can do, you know what I mean? You can pick the pumpkins, you can pick sunflower, all this stuff. Then they also do during I think it's 6 or 7 weeks that the fall festival goes on. They also do, and I'm not being paid for this. They also do fireworks,
sure,
on certain nights of throughout the festival. And then I just saw the other day, I was looking at stuff, ideas for clients.
Because you do.
Client.
That's what you do.
Things. This is how I came upon this. They now have 50 little private fire pits. They're surrounded by corn stalks, right? That with chairs or a picnic table, I think, that you can rent. And so it'll hold, I think one of them holds up to 25 people, or you can get the big one that holds up to 75 people. You can bring in your own food, your own beverages, no alcohol on the farm, but all that to have like a full day party at the fall festival.
Super
and then
smart.
Stay do the fire. They tend the fire, by the way, in the fire pit, their employees, and then stay for the fireworks.
It's funny that you talk about agritourism because.
Well, then they have this year was the first year they did the Spring Tulip Festival.
Awesome.
And they have a strawberry festival a little bit later. I mean, it's like crazy. All they need is a Christmas tree farm.
It's interesting.
It's coming.
Here's what I'm saying. It's interesting because when I was talking to Blake and his dad yesterday at Blakely Farms, he actually said, "So when do you want to start giving tours out here at the farm?" Agritourism is a real thing.
Yes.
And while he was being tongue-in-cheek and it was fun, I was just so excited to be out there and see their live operation. And I mean, acres and acres and acres of watermelon. I mean, I haven't had such good watermelon since I got one last Friday at the farmer's market in Richland.
Yes.
Okay, so here's the only real plug in the show. Besides, is it Altitude Agri-Drone Service? Is Kurt Beckley's company, so that's kind of an ad. I think it's called Altitude. I don't know that for sure. And then Blakely Farms for great produce. I mean, what a cool deal.
And Middleton Farms for an experience you, your friends, family, clients will never forget.
Absolutely. And the reason this is relevant to our little podcast that deals with restaurants, retail, and real estate is because being an early adopter of new technology will help you go farther faster.
Yes.
Be an early adopter. That is what this show's about.
Yes.
I had a client call me last week because United Wholesale Mortgage, where I broker loans to, and now with the new company, Sherwood Austin Mortgage, am a correspondent lender to, has AI working for us all. They have an AI person named Mia calling and saying, "Hi, I'm Mia from David Austin's office. And David's discovered with the changes in interest rates, we may be able to refinance you into a lower payment. Would that be something you'd be interested in talking to David about?" And you say, "No, I'm not really interested." Okay, then I'll take that, I'll note it in my notes, and I'll let him know. We're just checking in on you, thanks. Or they may say, you know what, I am interested in talking to David. And then she says, great, how about I have him call you? What time works better, 2 or 4?
Right.
I mean, are you kidding me that we have AI calling people? Here's the good news. Even people who hate it call. I got a call from a past customer who said, tell that Mia never to call me again. I know she's a robot. I know it's not a real person. You know what, though? That created a business conversation. Mm-hmm. So I'm an early adopter.
Yeah.
With trying this new technology. And I don't know that I'm going to love it. And I don't know that my clients are going to love it. But I love that I got a phone call from a client that I would not have heard from otherwise that day because a robot called her.
On the real estate side of it, one of the ways that we're implementing the, newer, greater, cutting edge kind of technology, and some of you listening already know this because you've emailed me about it, is we send out a monthly HomeBot report. This report that comes from a company called HomeBot. And what it is, if you're a homeowner, you'll get a report. It's very highly customized to your property.
Right.
And to your situation. So if I know the lending information when you bought the house, that's part of the equation as well.
Right.
And so it gives very detailed information as to your current value. And then it also gives you information about how much equity you might have, how much buying power or selling power you might have. If you sold this home, this is how much buying power you would have. It's all these, if you nerd out about data like I do, you will love HomeBot. It is so cool. And what I love about it is it helps our clients to know how much is in the savings account they're sleeping in.
That's exactly right.
And I used to do annual equity updates for people. I don't need to do that anymore because this HomeBot does it for me monthly. So it's more accurate. It's more, is it perfect? No, it's not perfect. You still need someone like me to dial it in, completely, but it's damn close. And I love it. And our clients love it so far too. We've got, I think, close to 90% open rate on those emails, which is unheard of.
Sure.
And so that's exciting to me. And I'm thrilled to offer that kind of thing. And so I'm really happy to see how technology is helping us in our industry to grow. I do think, and I told someone this yesterday, and this is a great segue into talking about Husk office furniture.
Sure.
We were at Husk office furniture yesterday, talking to them about some new furniture options, which I would say if you're looking to outfit an office, whether it be home or a professional office, a personal or an entire fleet of offices, Husk in downtown Pasco is the place you want to go.
And they're off 3rd and
Clark.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Same place they've been for 70 years.
Well, you say that. I didn't ever hear of them until you took me there the other day.
Right.
And we bought 2 office suites worth of furniture.
Yeah.
I mean, unbelievable.
Yeah. So the service is incredible. The people are very friendly. The current owner took it over in 2019.
Right.
From Mr. Banks, who you may know if you're listening and you're from here, who owned it for years and years and years. Well, founded it.
Right.
So and they were talking about technology, and they're having to kind of go through the growing pains of coming into modern technology and figure out what do we actually need to be carrying in the store and what do we don't anymore, and that kind of thing. But now, how was I going to relate that to what I was saying?
Oh, well, they were talking about how people are buying office furniture often online.
Yeah.
And how that is impacting their business. So they have to be fleet-footed and not only offer great prices, but better service.
Oh, yes. So I was telling her, that's exactly right. I was telling her, I said, I feel like this is such a magical time to be alive.
Yes.
Especially for people of our generation. Because we still do and know and are good at all the old school techniques of sales. Printing out flyers and knocking on doors.
Right. That's not going to go away.
Right. We also are early adopters to technology. So our social media, our, AI, that kind of thing. We're learning, we're, hiring people who know more than we do, that kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
To fill the gaps.
That's right.
I will say this though. Listen, you can't just use it to build your listing description and not edit that thing.
Boy, I tell you, there is some outrageous stuff on those descriptions.
We saw a house that the description made it sound
resplendent views.
Oh my gosh. And let me tell you, we pulled up our client. I got out of the car. Our client didn't even get out of his car, rolled his window down and said, nope.
Yeah, that's exactly right. But I learned on that day, what a Quonset hut was, because there was one right there on that property.
Oh, whoops. There we go.
I mean, it was the most bizarre description ever.
And I said, it was really fancy description, but what we rolled up to was like, it was unbelievable. It was the complete opposite. I don't want to be disparaging, but it was the complete.
Picture this, if you will. Let me get it. Okay, what am I going to say? Picture this, if you will. A beautiful, broken down home amidst burned out trailers in the smallest, ugliest town you can picture. Can you see it? Can you see it right now? Resplendent views of burned out homes.
No, the description was complete opposite. I mean, that's embarrassing, y'all. You think that the description that you're doing, because it sounds fancy, will get people in the door.
Yeah.
But one thing I've always said, and you've heard me say it here before, I never want anyone to look at my photos, my listing photos, or read my description and then get to the house and walk in and say, oh, this isn't what I thought it was going to be, and be disappointed. So like my photographer knows, do not over edit my photos.
Right.
The light doesn't need to be that bright. Like it needs to be, for me, needs to be really, truly authentic to what the home looks like.
And the picture should clearly be professional, but not fictional.
Ooh, that was good.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
I've walked into houses and it looks like someone was murdered in the living room, but those pictures make that carpet look clean and nice.
Isn't that something?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's a thing. Truth in advertising. Where'd that go?
I don't know.
And I don't know who you'd complain to. I don't complain to anybody, but I am disappointed when I see that.
Yeah.
Very disappointed. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What I want our descriptions to do in our real estate service, Sherwood Austin Homes. You can email Londa at SherwoodAustinHomes.com. That's Londa
at SherwoodAustin.com.
That's right. Londa at SherwoodAustin.com. There's no homes in that. And it's because we have a mortgage company.
Yes,
so
yes.
Londa at SherwoodAustin.com. Email her because she can help today. But whatever the case, what I want our descriptions to do is paint a picture of how you'll live in the property. Not oversell the property, but make you emotionally connect with the opportunity to live in the property that you can then see with a catalog of pictures while you're learning about the property.
Yeah.
And then go there and say, this is actually better than I thought.
I have two different styles of descriptions that I write. One is very much painting the picture of what life could be like here. Right? And that's one. The other one is very matter of fact.
Sure.
Here's the facts. You figure it out. We've got a listing that will be on the market by the time you hear this podcast that I'm very excited about. And it's probably going to be pretty matter of fact. Like, it's a pretty straightforward deal. You know, it's a ranch basement. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. On the main level, it's, new flooring, new paint, an incredible feature that I can't even believe is in the house.
I really want to talk about it, but we're not allowed, right? That's what you're saying. We're not allowed to talk about it.
By the time this goes out, that will be live. So you can talk all about
There's an infinity pool inside the house, one of those hot tub / pools that you can swim in, a swim spa inside the house. And it's so cool.
Yeah. It's that one that like it has
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called, a roller, a blower. I don't
blower.
know. It like moves the water towards you.
Yeah.
Infinity swim. But then in the end of it, the other opposite end is like seats for a hot tub situation. So it's
you can
very
set
cool.
the temperature, set it and forget it, and then go swimming.
Anyway,
They have a treadmill that you can put in the bottom, and you can do your little running against the flow. I mean, it's the craziest thing I've ever seen
It's
inside
so cool.
of a house in a room that is really awesome.
Yeah, which sounds amazing. But this, one of the videos we're going to do is why this home is like your best friend after their divorce. And here's why.
That's
these
not
are the
matter of
3
fact,
reasons.
by the
No,
way.
but these are the 3
That's painting a
reasons
picture.
why this home is like your best friend after their divorce. One, it's having an identity crisis, right?
Yes.
So I just described to you the main floor. The basement is confused. It's unfinished. It's dark. It's a little dirty. It's a little crazy
But
down
it's
there.
huge and so much potential.
It's massive. It's the same square footage as the
Yeah.
top. The whole thing is over 3,800 square feet, kind of split in half, top
Right.
and bottom. And so, but the basement completely unfinished, right? So it's got like for example, that really cool, it's like a $100,000 infinity pool or something. I don't know. I haven't priced them, so don't quote me on that, but it's something like that. We know somebody who last couple of years ago put one in their house and it was like 75 grand.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Needless to say, we don't have one here.
no, but so it's got that really cool, like fancy feature.
Yeah.
But the yard's all dead. Like it's so confused and doesn't know who it is. So that's number one.
Well, the yard is dead, but the irrigation works. They just had it shut off. The irrigation we
Yeah, it
tested,
works
it
now.
works fully.
It works now. But number 2 reason why this house is like your best friend after their divorce, it's broke. It's broke. Like there's no money. All the money's been spent. It's all been spent. There's
You're buying her drinks for a couple of weeks at least.
There won't be any seller concessions. Can we get closing costs paid?
Nope.
No, all the money's gone. Can we bargain on the price? Nope, it's going to be priced
Aggressively.
Actually, yeah, I was going to say appropriately, but aggressively. Can we get some repairs?
Heck no.
No, hell no.
All the repairs that were going to be made have been
They're done.
made.
And all the money's spent and then some. And so that's reason number 2. And reason number 3 why this home, which is at 811 Wright Avenue in Richland, Washington.
And we can say that now.
The reason why this home is like your best friend after their divorce is it really has so much potential and just needs the right people to love it and bring it to its greatest potential.
I love that.
So.
And that's true.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're going to be embracing old school and new school technology to, list this house, to market this home. It'll be open for some previews this week.
We're going to put together some fun videos.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
It's just so much fun. It's really important to me to help these sellers, because that, at the end of the day, is what we do. We help sellers get from where they are to where they need to be.
Right.
And everybody needs to move on to their next step.
That's
just like
exactly right.
Cherry View Farm. Like, I want to help them get to retirement. And
Right.
they don't get to retire unless somebody comes and falls in love with over 900 feet of riverfront property.
On the Yakima River in Benton City. And I'm telling you now, what potential you have there.
Yeah.
And what income potential you have there, because the cherry orchard is making money.
Yep.
Making money. If you wanted that to be your full-time job, you'd have no house payment. Literally, that's how it would be. It would pay for it.
Yeah, it already makes great money, and I just think there's so much potential for more. And if you want to know kind of where that's located, if you're familiar with DeMoss Road or Benton City, it is just past...
Toucan and Cellars?
Nope. It's just past
Elkhorn?
the other one. Nope. Start with a T. It's up on
Oh, Terra Blanca.
Terra Blanca.
I love how
Winery.
you did that, and I knew exactly where you were talking.
It's just it's nestled right in between Terra Blanca Winery and Toucan Cellars.
That's
and you
right.
may know Toucan Cellars. You may have been to a wedding there at Sugar Pine Barn.
And it's kind of down below the new Elkhorn, which is right there, too.
Elk Haven.
Elk Haven.
Yeah.
That's right. It's a newer winery.
You can walk to wineries if that's your thing.
If that's your thing, why not? Just don't walk on the riverside, because if you fall in, we may not see you again.
You can't walk on the riverside. That's down.
You could walk along your 900 feet of river frontage.
No, but not to the wineries.
I gotcha.
So,
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Anyway, all that to say, I think what we're saying today is, go do business with some of these people we've mentioned today. If you're a farmer and you're looking for a more efficient way to take care of your crops, then maybe reach out to
Kirk Beckley at Altitude Agra Drone Service. I think that's the name.
And if you, we think.
If it were a paid commercial,
Google it. Also, maybe spend some time at Middleton Farms this fall. You'll have a great time and enjoy it. And go to Husk Office Supply. I think it's called Husk. Y'all know what it is.
It's in Pasco. And if you are in the Parkway on Friday during farmers market, stop by and say hello to Blake, his mom, or his dad at Blakely Farms. They are selling beautiful produce out of their farm vehicle. And they're there on Friday, and on Sunday they're at the one there in front of Three Eyed Fish.
Yeah.
And they just have great stuff.
I forgot to mention that 3,800 40 square foot, 3-bedroom, 2-bath with a full unfinished basement. It's not unfinished. It's just like there's no rooms down there. It's one big giant room.
You could roller skate down there.
You could. In Richland is going to be listed for $400,000.
Unbelievable.
So we didn't mean to make this show a long commercial, but the thing is, there's just so many businesses that we love and appreciate and do business with, and also obviously we're going to promote our stuff. So if you're interested in getting that HomeBot report and you're a homeowner, just reach out to me. My information's everywhere. I just need your home address and your email.
Londa at SherwoodAustin.com. That's Londa at SherwoodAustin.com. If you have questions about interest rates or what the Fed's going to do next week, you can email David at SherwoodAustin.com. That's David at SherwoodAustin.com. And before we end the show, I know your coffee's not hot enough, and next week we're going to have a solution for you. That's all I'm going to say.
That's exciting.
That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
For Londa Joanne Sherwood Austin, the prettiest girl in the world, I'm David Austin, and this has been another edition of The Session with Londa and David. Kyle can't wait to solve your problem next week, our buddy Kyle. I didn't want to spill the beans on this show. All right, we'll see you guys next week.